in the light heavyweight division at UFC 300. This is your main event for the light heavyweight title. You got Alex Pereira taking on Jamahal Hill. Now Pereira 9-2. Jamahal Hill comes in at 12-1. Both guys stand 6'4". Pereira 36 years old. Jamahal Hill 32, right in his prime. Both guys 79-inch reach. Now Jamahal Hill stands left-handed. Pereira stands right-handed, so that's going to be a factor in this fight for sure. Jamahal Hill's very active, 7.3 significant strikes per minute. That's a staple of his career. Takedown game, non-existent. Pereira, 5 significant strikes per minute. Takedown game, non-existent. So this is going to be a title fight main event that people are going to be talking about for a long time because it's a striker's delight. Now, Pereira captured the belt. Well, first he beat Jan Blachowicz, right? Then he came back against Yuri and captured the belt by second round KO. And that ought to tell you that this is not going to be easy for Jamahal Hill if he's going to get the belt back. Now, sweet dreams, Jamahal Hill. Before the injury, we'll get into that in a moment, beat Glover Teixeira by decision. Thiago Santos, KO, and he KO'd Johnny Walker. So he was on a major run, captured the belt, and looked great doing it. The problem is he's coming off an Achilles injury in July. Right? This fight is about 8, 9, 10 months since the injury, roughly. So he should be back to full strength, but that's no guarantee. And I think that's going to be a factor in this fight. Is he coming back too quick? The UFC needed a main event. I'm sure they're calling on Jamahal Hill. And is he rushing it to make it happen for the UFC? Don't know the answer to that question, but it's definitely a factor. I want to see Jamahal Hill win. I like Jamahal Hill. But I think a solid year after Achilles injury in MMA combat sports, when you got to be able to kick, defend kicks, you got to be able to move and slide. If you're at all slow or questioning that injury, a lot like Yuri Prochazka was, it's not going to work for you. You're not going to be at your best, especially mentally, not so much physically. And therefore, I'm leaning towards and going with Alex Pereira to win this fight simply because of that. And that'll be the talking point going forward. So I think Pereira wins this fight. I don't know if it'll be a KO. Jamahal Hill is really tough. But if Pereira catches you, it could be a KO. If Jamahal Hill catches you, it could be a KO. So it's going to be one of those fights. And it's going to be highly interesting. But I'm going with Alex Pereira on the simple fact that I don't think Jamahal Hill is 100%. And he's coming off the injury in a world-class title fight. Pereira wins by either KO or decision to move to 10-2 and keep the belt here. Light heavyweight division, UFC 300.